Hello friends, welcome to Shiksharthi. The objective of today's session is we'll be having a fresh perspective on few conceptions and misconceptions. So, in today's video, we'll be talking about the usage of or and in mathematical equations. So, let's start. Now, if I give you a question, so this is the first thing that we are going to discuss. If I give you a question, if x square is equal to 4, then what are the real values of x? At the same time, I could have put forth the question as what is or are to make it slightly difficult. So you will see that language plays an important role when it comes to increasing or decreasing the level of difficulty of a question. Now that language could be any language that we talk about. Incidentally, here it is English. Okay, and then I am giving you 4 options. The 4 options are plus 2, minus 2, plus 2 and minus 2, plus 2 or minus 2 are the 4 options that I am giving to you. Right? The next discussion that we are going to have here is if I say that x is equal to root 4, then what is or are the real values of x? The option choices remain the same. And finally, we'll be talking about whatever answers we are getting here. Finally, we'll be talking about these points. Which are these points? Are both these discussions, discussion 1 and discussion 2, the same? It is just like saying, is it, when I say both the discussions are the same, it is just like saying what? It is just like saying that x square is equal to 4 is the same as x is equal to root 4. Yeah? Okay, let's see this. So can I rewrite this as, now if I were to rewrite it as, can I say x square minus 4 is equal to a 0? Of course. And then further, using the formula a square minus b square, I can expand this and I can write it like x minus 2 into x plus 2 is equal to a 0. Now from here, we will learn 2 things from here. One is 0 into 0 equal to 0? If your answer is yes, 0 into 0 is equal to 0, in that case, your answer comes out to be what? Your answer comes out to be 4th. But from here, we are pretty sure that the answer choices should not be these. Because you are getting 2 values of x. One value of x that you're going to get from here is plus 2 and the other value of x that you're going to get from here is minus 2. Now the point here is whether I'm going to use or and. So when I say the option choice here is minus 2 or plus 2, what I might mean to say here is either minus 2 or plus 2. Same here. So either is a choice. Again, as I discussed earlier also, it is all about the language. Language decides, language increases the difficulty level or language decreases the difficulty level of anything that you say or discuss in life. Okay, so either is a pronoun, the objective of which is to exercise a choice between the two. So when I say exercising a choice, or becomes, when I use the word as either or, that means I can't take both the values together. But the moment I use the word and means I can have both the values together. Okay? So if I say that 0 into 0 is equal to 0, as discussed earlier, that means both of these at the same time can be equal to a 0. Now when I say both of these at the same time can be equal to a 0, it is just like saying what? This answer is correct, which is not correct. So I am left with only one option choice, and which is this. Okay? So how much is 0 into 0? 0 into 0 is not equal to 0. The very first thing that you learn from this session. The first learning from here. Then 0 into what? So maybe wait on for this session. So from here, the next session that I'll be doing would be, we'll talk about the additive properties of zeros and so on. Another perspective to this is, I know that x into x is equal to a 4. Right? So I'll either say what? I'll either say it is plus into plus 2 is equal to 4, or I will say what? Minus 2 into minus 2 is equal to 4. But I can't say both the things at the same time, because at a time you need to talk about only one thing at a time, which makes me use the word or. Okay, so here the correct answer is the answer that we discussed. So let's say this is the correct answer. Now in this case, like we are in a habit of writing that, okay, if x square is a 4, then taking the square root of both the sides. I mean, this is just like saying x square is a 4, and then you say what? Taking the square root of both the sides, you are writing it as, so you take square root of both the sides and then you write it as, I can write it as x is equal to root 4. You can write it as x is equal to root 4, but both the functions are different. Here you are just having only one x. Here you are having 2x. So how can you only write it like this? So if I say if x square is equal to 4, then can I write x is equal to root 4 only? No, that is not correct. And are both these discussions the same? Till now, whatever discussion we have had, based on that I can say no, both the discussions are not the same. But taking it to the final level. So if I were to find out the value of this, when I know that there is only one value of x that I can get from here, I'll rule out these two options. That means I am left with only one of these. And here I cannot have the value as minus 2. I will always have the value as plus 2. Why? What is the logic behind? The logic behind is square root of a positive real number will always give me a positive real number, another positive real number. Maybe same or maybe another. For example, if I take square root of 0, it gives me 0. If I take square root of 1, it gives me square root of 1 as 1. If I take square root of 4, it gives me a plus 2, henceforth. So what is the correct answer from here? The correct answer from here is, now if I were to compare now, after I have had some discussions, I mean some logical discussions were x into x and only x. That is the logic part that I am using in mathematics to arrive to an answer that both of them are not equal. Then the next part here was I was using a word like or and to arrive to a level like x into x. So if I am writing it as x into x is equal to plus 4, at a time only I'll talk about plus 2, and the other time I'll talk about minus 2. The other means what? I'm talking about or. Third is we use maths and the great topic of mathematics, which is either polynomial equations, or I talk about this with the help of functions or differential calculus or whatever it is. But in any case, the answer of this has been told to you, the answer of which has been told to you. So please relate what you knew and what is the fresh perspective that we could have brought forward to this discussion. Okay, if you want to watch such kind of videos, I mean similar kind of videos, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have already subscribed, please turn on the bell icon so that you can start receiving updates. Thank you so much. Until next we meet, goodbye.